Hey, hello, can I sit with you? It looks like you're my partner for today's discussion about the book we read this month. Thanks. So, are you new in the book club? I don't remember seeing you around. I see. Unfortunately for you, you got in the club right in the month we had to read this monstrosity. I swear, we usually read much better books. It's not always like this. We got some new members with questionable taste for literature recently, and well, that's why the majority of people voted for this book. Of course I didn't vote for this one. Who in their right mind would want to read a book called His Grace the Duke is Secretly Obsessed with Me, His Lowly Orphan Maid? It sounds like the title for a very bad anime, honestly. As soon as I read that title, I knew it would be bad. And after finishing the book, I just affirmed to myself what I already knew. It's very, very bad. Oh, come on. You can't be serious. What's wrong with it? Everything. Well, for starters, the title. Why the hell would a writer name their first book something like this? I have no idea who the writer is, but I bet he was high when he picked this name. I don't think it's an eye-catching name, as you say. I just think it's ridiculous. What more? Well, the Duke character is horrible, a complete psychopath, and does cruel things to the protagonist from the beginning to almost to the very end of the book. In my opinion, the author romanticizes him and his actions a lot. Yeah, we get it. The Duke is rich and sexy. Stop repeating this every 3 lines. God. And the female protagonist is also so annoying. She just cries, screams, feels guilty about being attracted to the Duke, and doesn't fight his romantic advances towards her at all. She just accepts. Alright, I know she's in a complicated situation with the Duke, being so much more socially and physically powerful, but honestly, she should have kicked him in the nuts at least once. Everyone knows that he wouldn't have done anything too bad to her since he loves her so much and all that. Also, speaking of love, the protagonist ends up falling for him at the end of the book? After all he did to her? What's up at this end? I was hoping for some sort of revenge plot twist, but no. The author just decided to make the protagonist even more insufferable. And I didn't even think that could be possible. Stockholm Syndrome? Well, yeah, that makes sense. She already lived there as a maid, but he kept her locked inside the mansion for months, so he did kind of kidnap her in a way. And he did manipulate her brilliantly, I have to admit it. The one good thing about the book is how well all his plans were constructed. The whole thing still pisses me off, though. I hated the Duke, the maid, and all the other horrible characters. The only character that wasn't that bad was the maid's best friend. She was kind of good as, comic relief. But then the author went and killed her off. God, I'm getting angry all over again because of this book. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, you could say her death was to cause shock in the readers, but there were other ways to do that, like, I don't know, making the Duke turn into a decent human being. That would be pretty shocking. No, I'm not taking this too seriously. This book really is the worst thing I have ever read in my entire life. I spent the whole last week in a bad mood because I kept thinking about it. Look, don't tell this to the other club members, but I was considering leaving the club over this book. Seriously. What do you mean? I just told you this is the worst book I've ever read. I hated it. How could you say that it looks like I had fun reading it? I absolutely did not. Well, no. It wasn't boring. How could it be, with so many things happening at the same time? At some point, I thought I was going to go crazy trying to connect the dots. Huh. Yeah, I kept thinking about the book even after I finished it. I think because it made me mad and frustrated like no other book made me in years. All right, I have to agree. It's better reading something that makes you angry than something that doesn't make you feel anything at all. One of the purposes of literature is to transport you to another reality and make you feel all sorts of things, after all. I see what you mean, but you seem very eager to defend this book and the author. Don't tell me you liked it. Even worse, don't tell me you're actually a fan. Huh, good. I was going to question your sanity if you said you were a fan. Anyway, I've been rambling on and on about how awful this book is, and I didn't even give you a chance to speak about it. What are your thoughts? Wait. Did you just say that this book is a psychological horror? No, it's not. It's a romance. I mean, at least I got it in the romance section of the bookstore. All right, well, where in the book does it say that it's a psychological horror? I didn't see that. Yeah, of course. Show me. Someone here is wrong. You or me in that stupid bookstore, and I want to know who it is. Okay, let me read it. Oh, wow. Okay, it really does say in here the genre of the book, and it definitely doesn't say romance. I can't believe this. Why did this bookstore put it in the romance section? And I even heard some of the members of the club swooning about the Duke, so I really thought this was a dumb TikTok romance type of thing. I feel kind of guilty about everything I said now. Well, if I went into this book with the fact that it's a psychological horror in mind, I probably wouldn't have been so harsh on it. Maybe I could have even liked it. Maybe I should reread it. No, I wasn't fair with my review. I thought it was a bad romance, but the intention of the author was very, very far from that, so I should give it another chance. Well, you seem very pleased to see I'm willing to give another go at the book. You can admit it now. I already know that you're a huge fan of this book and of the author. You defended it so much that it was impossible to hide it. You're a fan, aren't you? Ha! I knew it. You looked so offended with everything I said about the book. Only a fan would feel that way about it. Right, or the author. But we both know he's not here. Thank God, because if he listened to me rambling about how much I hate this book only for me to find out I read the whole thing thinking it was a romance, I would be so embarrassed. Come on, don't make fun of me. I might have been at fault for not paying attention, but the bookstore is the most wrong here. Oh, it's that bookstore right in front of the club on the other side of the street. Why? You're gonna have a talk with them? An angry fan sure is scary. They're in for some problems by the look on your face. Well, anyway, thank you for alerting me about my mistake and opening my mind. I actually really like discussing this book with you. I hope I get you as a partner in the next month as well. This was fun. Of course, you don't need to thank me. That's a decent thing to do. read it again and review it in a fair way. So I was wondering if you could give me your number? I want to invite you for some coffee. Well, maybe we can discuss more about the book once I reread it and you can tell me more about the author. Well, since you're a fan, I'm sure you know all about him. Well, yeah, sure. You can tell me. Okay. Noted. And what is your name? I'm so sorry, I didn't even ask if we're sitting down at the table with you. Oh, how funny. Isn't that the author's name? You must be a happy fan for sharing the same name. Why are you laughing? You're the author? What? You're joking, right? Right? Please tell me you are. Okay, I think I have to go now. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Bye. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just being a complete fool in front of you again. Look, I'm really sorry for the way I talked about your book, and for misunderstanding the genre of it, and for not recognizing you. God, I should just shut up. Really? You're not mad? I see. Well, I'm happy you didn't take anything I said to heart. So, can we still go get coffee together one of these days? I promise there's much more to me than being a hater. Okay, cool. All right, I should go, so bye now. Fuck, what's wrong with me today? Yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, bye for real now. See you around. Gotta go bury myself since I'm dying of embarrassment anyway. Oof.